Over to the TLCA Lady Eagles softball team who took on the Wall Hawks this afternoon. The battle between these two teams was special for reasons on and off the diamond. Let's start with the action. T. Werner with her first strikeout of the day, but on the next play you'll see Werner with the fastball as Alexis Sanchez pops it up to end the inning. Hawks up to bat. Chitsey smacked this one and the shortstop is unable to grab it to put the Hawks on base. Later in the inning, a wild pitch leads to Chitsey advancing to second base. Now mistakes kept flowing for the Eagles as on the very next at bat, an infield error advances Chitsey and puts them on base. Base is now loaded. West Texas, same inning. McShannon cracks a single right over the pitcher and brings in 2 runs. And that was the beginning of the end as Wall wins this one big. But this game was bigger than the final score. And for Grace Roeder, tonight's game was a beautiful tribute to her father who supported both TLCA San Angelo and Wall High School. Joining me live in the newsroom is our Damian Bartonic. Damian, tell us a little bit about what you learned about the Roeder family and more specifically Grace Roeder, Randy's daughter who plays for the Lady Eagles.
Absolutely, Marissa. One word to describe her is tough. Now, I spoke to a couple of parents from both sides today, and they spoke glowingly about the impact of Randy, his wife, and their daughter, Grace. Now, Grace lost her father earlier this year, and 3 years ago, she lost her mother. And something that brought them together was the sport of softball. Randy and his wife were huge supporters of the Lady Hawks and the Lady Eagles, so much so that both coaches came together and told those who were in attendance to wear blue. Their daughter Grace is a pitcher for the TLCA San Angelo Lady Eagles, and the cherry on top to describe her toughness would be the story I heard about, that on the day of her father's funeral, she picked up her glove to compete that same afternoon.
A couple days after her dad passed, she was out there ready to play, and then the same day as her dad's funeral, she was out there ready to play, and that just showed her commitment not only for the love of the game, but to her teammates, and I think more of it just because how much she loved the game.
And it's the love of the game that brought this family together. And the beautiful thing is, it's the sport of softball that will be a piece of her family's legacy in the Concho Valley. Now, Marissa, this was a beautiful reminder of how sports can bring families together. And shout out to Grace for being an absolute warrior. But from the newsroom, I'm Damian Bartonic. Marissa, back to you.